Hi everyone. Today we're going to have a video about how to replace the screen on a Surface Pro 4. Um, we're going to go step by step and show you how we proceed with this repair in case you're wondering of doing a DIY or in case it's the first time you're attempting such repair. So without further ado, let's have a look at the repair process. So this is how this tablet looks. It has a crack here and a dent, and also it's missing most of the glass on the top where the front camera is, but the rest of it seems to be intact. So the goal is to try and remove all the small bits of glass and then get everything out in one piece. So to do this, I'm setting my hot air gun at 250 with 100 airflow, and I'm gently prying the glass so that it comes off by itself. This is one of the reasons why I'm using this scalpel blade, is because it's soft as well and it bends as well, so I can have a better feel of the glass coming off. So you basically just want to take your time, you don't want to rush it. If you're doing this at home, I suppose I would recommend that you use safety goggles. If it's the first time you're doing it, same thing, maybe use safety goggles, because this type of glass breaks extremely easy, and it can go into a million pieces.
Life is so easy. Give me your freedom. So selfless. Life is so easy. Give me your freedom.
this side where I have a lot of small pieces together, I'm going to use my tweezer to take the pieces out. It's easier to do them with the scalpel. So you'll see in this video I'm sort of alternating between the tweezer and the scalpel depending on how long that piece of glass that I want to remove is. And on this side where you have the speaker, basically you also have a mesh. I've seen people replacing the screen and removing that mesh, but the end result isn't really quite nice. So we want to keep this mesh in one piece, so that way you get that stock factory look. Okay, so I hit the power button to see if the tablet is powered on, and it looks like it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shut it down. And that's mainly because on these tablets I tend to work with the battery connected. Removing the battery or disconnecting the board from the battery, it's not as easy, and I don't want to waste a lot of time. So the way I do these sort of tablets, but again, like we've done these quite a lot. It's not the first one that we're doing. So experience is key if you want to work on these tablets without disconnecting the battery. So if you're not sure enough, if you're afraid of working like this, I'll show you where the battery is, and you can disconnect it when you're replacing the screen on your tablet. Otherwise, if you don't really have the experience or you don't know what you're doing, you can short the board, and then you basically have to send the board to get it replaced or to get it repaired. Okay, so now I have the screen lifted. I removed all the small pieces of glass that were in my way along this side. Uh, as you can see, the rest of the tablet, it's almost in one piece. So the goal is to try and remove everything else without breaking the screen further. It makes the repair easier, and you avoid having to clean a lot of small pieces of glass, and that was one of the reasons why you removed the small bits first. So for the rest of the job, I'm actually going to remove the nozzle from my hot air. Okay, so I'm removing the nozzle from my hot air gun. That gives me more heat spread. So let me see where the screen lifts first. I'll start on this side actually. Nice. Let me try on the other side. Yeah, this can happen a lot with these Microsoft Surface tablets. The glass that they use is actually very thin. So any sort of imperfection in the glass or micro crack prior to removing the screen can cause the screen to break very easy, regardless of what sort of tool you use. I know I'm using here a metal tool, but I've had this happening even with business cards, which are basically paper. So I'm not using a lot of pressure on the side at all. It's just letting the glass come off by itself. And you want to stick as close to the edge as possible, because you don't want to catch any sort of connections when you're removing the glass. So this whole side is freed up. And what I like to do next is I actually like to hold it with my fingers as opposed to using a spatula. But in this case it doesn't come off that easy. So now I'm gonna try again on the other side to see what result I get. And now I'm going to turn the tablet around because it's easier to work on the near side rather than the far side. The goal here is to look on the edge and see how the glue comes down from the glass. You might want to use the same original glue where possible. On this tablet I might actually leave quite a bit of the original glue, and I'll have to see if it's still sticky or not. But most of the times when we're doing screen replacements, they come in bits, so we have to actually replace all the glue on the tablet. But each surface that you do comes with its own challenges. There isn't two surface tablets that are going to be the same when you're replacing the glass or when you're replacing the screen. Because again, this glass on surfaces, it's paper thin, so it'll break extremely easy. Okay, so the screen is now released. I'm going to put back this magnet in its place. Like so. Okay, so flip the tablet around. Now I'm not sure if you can see, but inside here is where you have your two connections that you have to take off basically. So yeah, like this. So the easiest way to go about this is to remove these two cables first. Okay, now 1 and 2, and that's it. The screen is out. Now wait to look at the glue and see if it's still sticky, and it's not sticky at all. I'm not surprised. It almost never is. So you continue by removing the old glue. Okay, so now that we have all the glue removed, we're going to focus on this side where we have that bent frame. The easiest way, I suppose, to do it is with a hammer and my trusty spatula. So I'm gonna just put it there where the crease is and gently bang it. Again, emphasis on gently. You don't want to go like crazy and trying to smash it, because otherwise it's going to break. Okay, now the inside is straight. Now I have this lip here that's still wobbly, and for this I have a different spatula. That already has the tip bent, so it will catch the lip as well. So same process, you go very easy. So something like this, let's see. So we should be left out with this then. Now, if you want to make sure that the new screen is going to fit, you just put the new screen on top without any glue to see if there's any sort of pressure points, or if there's any way that the frame is actually pushing the glass in. You can try. So the new screen goes in. Yeah, it fits nicely, so there's no problem there. And now we're going to basically apply the new double-sided tape and cut it into shape. Okay, so now we have the speaker grills cut off properly as well, and the rest of the frame. So now we're going to focus on the screen. Now, this is the old screen, the cracked screen. You have to transfer this small board here, and you have to transfer obviously the flex cable onto the new screen, onto your replacement screen. So that's one. And this is the second piece. So these are the touchscreen connectors. You're obviously going to remove them. Now, when you're removing this one, this small board here, make sure that you have the position in mind, because otherwise the flex cables from the new screen won't actually sit properly, and you'll end up having connectivity issues and the screen will not actually work properly, the touch part. So we're going to put these aside. This is the new screen. So now we're putting this back. And you don't want to fix it into position until you actually put these touchscreen connectors back, because this sometimes can actually help you, especially being that it's a replacement screen. They might not actually be 100% in the correct position, so you have a little bit of wiggle room, let's say. Okay, like so. So now you put back the shield. And you connect the other flex cable as well. This is for the LCD. Like so. And now it's basically just a matter of connecting them. So, like I said, the way we do it is without removing the battery. To remove the battery or to disconnect the board from the battery involves removing all the heat pipes, and I don't want to do that. So now that we have all the glue cut out properly, what we're going to do first of all is we're going to test the new screen to make sure the touch is working and everything before we actually set it down. So you want to be careful how you plug it back in, because there are a lot of issues that can happen. There's a diode in here that can blow, there's a resistor here that can blow, so be careful how you put it back together if you did not remove the battery from the beginning. So let's see if the screen works. Screen works, happy days. And now we're going to test the touch function as well. That works as well. We have a big bubble here, so that's why I didn't connect the first time. Okay, so it works. Now we're just going to basically peel off the double-sided tape, the red layer, and then we're going to set the screen down, and basically the repair would be over. So we're going to put back the shields that we took off. so. And now one side, another side. So the way I like to put it back is from top to bottom. So that way I'm sure that all the sensors and everything is centered. And I'm gently pushing it back in place. Okay. And that's about it, basically. So one more test. Still working, of course. So this has been the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like if you like it, dislike if you didn't like it, obviously. We will have more videos like this one in the upcoming future with how to replace screens, how to open a laptop, these sort of things. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.